Hey, it's UG6 checking in, and today I wanted to talk about the Recon in Battlefield 4 and how I think the Recon is completely underrated and how it's literally the best class in the game. Whenever you play Battlefield 3 or Bad Company 2, you usually see people running more medic than anything, and it's because people think medics are completely overpowered and it's the most appealing because you can revive people, get points for that. You can heal people, and you have access to the quote unquote best guns in the game. And the way that Dice makes Battlefield is they really do make the assault weapons in a tier above all the other guns. But I think in Battlefield 4 they're really trying to change that because I see that the carbines are really competitive. They are really good guns that can really compete with almost every gun or pretty much every gun in the game because as people say the aces are the new M16s. Yeah, there's an ace in the carbine category, so that means you could put it on any class and run it with that. But now to get some things out of the way before I go into this whole recon thing for me. So one, DMRs need a new damage model. I do not recommend anybody playing with those until DICE really gives them a buff in their damage model. And if you don't know what I mean, I'm not going to waste too much time. Just go over to Simthic and look at the damage model, the drop off, how far away the drop off, how close it is. It's just really meh. Also, I'm really going to recommend this for people who aren't that big into sniping. Is I don't have that. I don't have any Spec Ops gameplay, and I'm really suggesting that. Well, I will get Spec Ops gameplay up on this probably in the next video, but I have another video coming up later today. So, yeah, I don't have any Spec Ops gameplay, and DMRs need a new damage model. Now that that's out of the way, let's go on to why I think the Recon is literally the best class in this game and why we should see more Recons. And I don't know, I probably shouldn't even be making this video because I like having a Recon is my own special little hidden gem that nobody knows how to use as well. But I mean, there are plenty of people, the small population, maybe 25-15% of all the battlefielders worldwide really know how powerful this class is. So let me get into it. First and foremost, carbines. Now, like I stated earlier, carbines now are really on the same footing as assault rifles. We have really good carbines. We have the ACWR, we have the Ace, the other Ace, we have the SG553 with the buff because the ACWR is 880 rounds per minute, and the SG553 is 830, and they both are the ACW and the SG5. Yeah, they both have really good competitive reload times. So this is really good. When you put a suppressor on the ACWR, it doesn't change the damage output, and they have a regular damage model. The reload's fast. The fire rate is perfectly fine. It's really competitive with assault rifles, PDWRs, and LMGs. So there's a big plus. And I know this is really going to appeal to a lot of people because a lot of people always use the Aces. And I know I already talked about them a lot, like the Ace 52 CQB and the Ace 21. I haven't even unlocked them yet, so I want to see how really quote-unquote powerful they are because I'm just getting back into Battlefield 4. So the carbines play a really huge role, and I don't know why people aren't playing that, but let me go deeper into the list. So next we have motion balls, tugs, SUAV if you have access to China Rising. I don't, I'm waiting, and the MAV. So all of these motion balls, you can throw it across, you can scan out where the whole enemy is, really place the tugs behind a door, behind in the bushes or anything. You can tell where they are if you look at the mini map. The mini map is such a big key element in Battlefield that so many people overlook, and also a lot of people don't even pay attention to what's here. If they have a headset on, they really should pay more attention to the mini map in the headset because you can just scan more people and pinpoint where people are all the time. Now, in my games right here, I wasn't playing with the headset because I was actually talking to somebody, but I don't think I did too bad. So there's so many ways of monitoring your opponent or foe that it's kind of ridiculous, and DICE is literally just throwing all of these out at us. So if you really just want to stalk your enemy for a while before you take the shot, or even if you have a carbine and you just want to throw the motion ball around the corner, know if anybody's there, maybe, and if they are there, choose a flanking route, go there, pick up 3, 4, 5 kills, and it's just really nice. Number 3, wow, yeah, carbines plus C4 or Claymore plus the motion sensor equals Spec Ops. Now, if you look at the screen right now, I'm gonna have a picture of the Spec Ops field upgrade and how just helpful it is and how much this game promotes that you play as a Spec Ops. So I'm just gonna read them off really carefully, and you tell me that if these sound useless. There's stealth, which gets you undetected by motion sensors, except when sprinting. C4 explosives, which increase your C4 up to 6. Motion sensors, and yeah, that basically just gives you 5 and increases your like range of scanning by 40%. And 40% is actually huge. People are completely undermining that. But hey, I'm just a small YouTuber. I'm just trying to say what's on my mind. And then we got quick on spot. And like I said earlier, a lot of people don't even look at the or like a lot of non-competitive, like just players that just see joining into random lobbies, they don't look at their minimap enough. But for players who are really experienced at the level 100 tier, because plenty of people are already, this is honestly going to come in so much help. And just imagine running with a carbine, like imagine running with ACWR with the suppressor. You're not taking any damage. You're not taking any damage output problems. You have C4s and Claymores if you just want to plant and kill those people. And better yet, if you even want to know what's going on around the corner, you throw a motion ball and you just look there and you just look at your mini-map, see if anybody's there. Then you know if you can either just go straight through, take a flanking route, or if you want to be daring, just go through and see if you can even take them all on. And it's just, this game is literally, it's giving us everything we need to run. It's literally just mind-blowing how much like great gear and stuff they're just throwing at us and telling us to just use this, because so many people aren't using it and it's so undermined. It's actually kind of bothering me. And that's really why I'm making this video. And now my fourth and final point of why people need to use this, and if you're a big fan of Recon, you would have already guessed this, it's the radio beacon. Now, people, for the love of God, just think about this for a second. Historically, whenever anybody's needed to win a war in real life or in this game, just in general, flanking is the best option. Nobody ever sees it coming. If you have a radio beacon, you travel the corner of the map, and it doesn't have to be like a long corner like the edge of the map, and you place the beacon down. And in these gameplays, you're going to see how I use my beacon to really go and just spawn wherever I want and really just assassinate the enemy from wherever. Because let me tell you, when you put down your beacon anywhere that's just out of range, out of hearing distance, it's great. Because back in Battlefield 3, when we were trapped on Metro and it was just like a giant tug-of-war type of battle, I'd have a friend go up, smoke a few smoke a few of the escalators, and then where the gates are, where you run by. You run by there, you go to the corner, you go to the side of the buildings, you run up to the top, you put down a motion sensor, you put down a radio beacon, I'm sorry. You jump down, you go get like 5 kills. It doesn't matter if you die in Conquest, it's not that important. You spawn back, you throw on like a different PDW and just keep on going. In this game, you have so many good carbines, and it's literally promoting you to just go, it's just put a beacon somewhere, go flank the enemy, don't stay in a clusterfuck of fights when there are so many ways around it. I mean, there are maps, sure there are maps that you can't get around the people, but the reality is, if you try hard enough and use enough smoke and just all the other stuff that DICE gives us, like the flashbangs, the smoke, there's just so many ways to just literally get around it. And I don't see how people are just being so clusterfucked with just everything. It's just like, oh, I have to use my medic, I have to use the engineer, I have to support. Okay, well, not I have to support or use the engineer, but you guys get the point. It's just, you could choose where you want to spawn. You can put it outside or inside. You can parachute over your enemies while dropping C4 from the sky. There's so many opportunities. It's so crazy to know that people aren't running Recon more, but that's really all I have to say about this. If you're not running Recon, then, or if you don't have a Recon, then I don't know what you're doing. And I guess that's about it. If you agree with what I said, or have like any more thoughts based on my opinion, then please tell me. Other than that, you should check it out. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you. Bye.